Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the Wolverine guide. Maybe you've seen my tier list video on all Rivals characters, where I actually rated Wolverine as the worst character in the game. I want to say I was dead wrong on that, and honestly, Logan Nation, I offer you my sincerest apologies. You guys were actually right. Wolverine is actually one of the strongest duelists in the game if played right, and I'm not even joking about this. In this video, I will explain to you guys exactly what you need to do to carry games. We're gonna get into his abilities in a moment, but first, let me tell you guys exactly what his role is, because it's the most crucial part when it comes to playing him. I'm mentioning it now because I misunderstood it initially, and it's what landed him at the bottom of my tier list. Wolverine's basically an anti-tank character who has an extremely favorable matchup into all of the tanks and Rivals, and that's exactly who you should be focusing your efforts on in the game. I can't stress this enough, Wolverine is a tank buster. He is extremely good at eliminating tanks and really bad at honestly anything else. Now let's talk about his abilities, starting with his basic attack. His regular attack, Savage Claw, is a combo of 4 quick slashes that do a bit of flat damage, but most importantly, also do a percentage of the target's maximum health per slash. They also build Rage, which is a passive mechanic that just makes them do even more percentage max HP damage. You guys see where I'm going with this? Yeah, it's gonna do a lot more damage to tanks. That's the key thing to take away. Vicious Rampage is a pretty simple dash ability that moves you forward and deals damage. It also benefits from Rage and deals max HP damage. Again, max HP damage. Really important here. It's got a really short cooldown, so this is going to be your main tool for moving around the map and getting into position to use the next ability that I'll talk about. Feral Leap, or as I like to call it, the Tank Abductor, because that's kind of what it does, is your main tool for displacing enemy tanks and putting them into a really bad position. It also empowers your Savage Claw to strike much faster, causing you to deal massive DPS. It can also be used as an escape if you need to run away. Mastering this ability's usage, and most importantly its hitbox, will be the key to carrying games in Wolverine. Another really important thing with Feral Leap is that the hitbox actually reaches behind Wolverine, and I'll get to why that's important in the combo section later. I'll show you guys some of my favorite areas to use it in, just to give you guys an example of how oppressive it can be.
You're mine. Let's do this. Coming at you. No holding back. Just a little longer. Let's do this. I think we're clear. You're mine. Let's do this. Got 'em all.
Undying Animal is a damage mitigation tool that just makes you take half damage for 5 seconds. It's what makes Wolverine so damn hard to take down. You always want to use this before running in for a Feral Leap so you don't get blown up immediately. Also, it's worth noting that it isn't really worth using if you've already taken damage unless you have his passive up, which is the next thing I'll talk about. Wolverine's iconic Regenerative healing factor is his passive ability in Rivals. It essentially serves as a second life if you mess up. The more rage you have when your health pool is reduced to 0, the more health your passive will restore. It has a 90-second cooldown by default, and eliminations reduce the cooldown by 10 seconds each. Last Stand is Wolverine's ultimate ability. On activation, he will knock targets in front of him up into the air, stunning them for a moment. Reactivating this ability will cause Wolverine to plunge down at the ground, dragging any targets in his path with him. It has a wide impact radius and will also stun targets hit directly by Wolverine. Very important to note that his ultimate benefits from Rage, dealing nearly double damage at max range. Also, this ability does percentage damage, meaning that tanks hit by it, especially a full Rage, will get absolutely shredded. Ideally, only use this ability when your range is maxed out. My go-to way of using this has been lifting up the enemy front line and slamming it into the back line, dealing massive damage to everyone. Here's a cool clip where you can see me instantly win a fight with a well-used ultimate. Rest range. I don't care that I'm by myself. I don't care.
Oh my god, who does this? Every time! Like, what the f just happened?
I don't know.
Let's move on to his team up next. As of season 0, Wolverine has only one team up, and it's with the Hulk. So this is how it works. If you have a Hulk on your team, you gain access to a brand new ability. You can press your team up key while looking at the Hulk to initiate the fastball special. Your Hulk then has to confirm by pressing his team up button, after which he'll pick you up, and then he can freely choose to throw you whenever and wherever he wants, even off the map or into penny mines. It's happened to me before. Fuck you, Bogur. But anyway, this is a pretty silly team up, and you can basically think of it as a feral leap the Hulk can aim instead of you, since you do also get the super fast slashes after being thrown, which is really nice. I personally think that this team up is kind of niche, but it does have a really useful tech with it that you can use, and I'll tell you guys exactly how to do it. So the way the tech works is if Hulk immediately throws you after you reach him, while you're also holding a directional key, which in my case was A to go left, you get thrown but have complete control of the strafing, allowing you to land pretty much exactly where you want. This is really awesome because otherwise you would be at the complete mercy of where the Hulk player throws you. That's it when it comes to his abilities. Now let's talk about some combos you can use on Wolverine. Wolverine's vicious Rampage resets his attack timer, so you can use it at the end of your attack chain to immediately attack again. This increases your DPS significantly. It also does enough damage to one-shot a squishy character if you're on full rage when you start a combo, although I still recommend mostly focusing on tanks since your damage will be much harder to out-heal. If you're wondering how much damage you're doing to tanks with this combo, it's around 600 in like 2 seconds. Absolutely insane. This next one I call the abduction combo, and it's Wolverine's bread and butter and the main thing you'll be looking to do all game. It involves combining Vicious Rampage and Feral Leap for a surprise pick on the enemy tank. Usually you'll look to approach unseen, so you can swoop in with Vicious Rampage behind the tank and immediately use Feral Leap to take them to your team. This is where some map knowledge will be necessary for flanks though. Also, as I mentioned before, his Feral Leap hitbox, while quite small, actually also extends behind Wolverine, meaning when you use Vicious Rampage to directly hit someone, you can then turn around immediately and begin using Feral Leap. If you did this properly, you should still pick them up. It's a bit more consistent to do on tanks since their hitboxes are generally a bit larger than other characters. This next one is when you have a nice ult lined up and you want to use it as soon as possible. But as we know, using it as 0 rage is really bad because it does like no damage, right? But if we wait for max range, your opportunity might slip away. That's why with this combo, we can build as much rage as possible while ulting quickly. So what we're going to do is we're going to use Vicious Rampage into Feral Leap, which will instantly generate 40 rage. And then we're going to ult for another 25, granting us a total of 65 rage before we slam down, which will do significantly more damage than just a raw ult. So just to recap before I end the video, Wolverine is a tank buster. That's it. You go for tanks. That's all you do on Wolverine ever. If they don't have tanks, don't pick this character. If they do, pick Wolverine and make their lives miserable. I don't know if any of you have tried playing tank into this dude, but it is 0 fun. You actually cannot do anything. You get abducted and then you die. Do with that information what you will. Here's a few clips of my one above all rank friend, which is the highest rank in the game by the way, suffering playing into Wolverine, which I found very amusing. Enjoy.
I got the entire backline, and he Wolverine with me. Alright. I am so dead here. I am so dead. Okay, he Wolverine ulted me, right? Bye-bye. I'm dead.
Oh, I got you. I'm dead. Oh, you just died anyway.
I'm gonna die again. Oh, fuck me.
You get tackled again?
No, he just walks up to me and I die. He fucking ulted me again. Every time I go for my ult, he ults me. Oh my fucking god. I can't play the game. Got him. He ulted me. I am dead. Awesome. Their Wolverine only ults my ult. Ah, never mind. I'm fucking dead again. He just... I can't play the game. I'm dead again.
And that's the end of the video. I just had to unleash this monstrosity upon the Rivals community because I feel like he's very misunderstood about his role in the game, but I genuinely do believe that Wolverine is an insane character that we all underrated. I definitely made a couple of mistakes in the tier list video, but Wolverine was by far my biggest one. If I had to rate him somewhere, I'd probably put him in A tier. He is genuinely that strong. But I'm sure you already knew that if you played tank. All right, I'm gonna have to wrap this one up. Make sure you guys subscribe, like the video, all that stuff. You know the drill. Also, come check out my Twitch stream. I'm live every day, and I actually recently hit the highest rank in the game. I'm currently like rank 20 on the leaderboard, and I actually find myself picking Wolverine quite frequently. So come check me out if you're curious on how to play him. Maybe you guys will actually learn something, and then you too can terrorize tank players like I do. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.